Hello everyone. What we are going to learn in this workshop is basic editing. We are not going to learn any advanced features of Audacity, but we will cover the main features that we need in editing our own audio files that we create for Yashovani. So, for example, opening a file, editing it, then saving it, and finally closing the file after we finish working with it. So from the time we open Audacity to when we close it, we need these functions: open, edit, save, and close. I've made a document that shows all these operations. I will share it later with you so that you don't need to take notes just now. Let's start by opening a file. I'll share a document screen. Let us see if you can see them. See the screen. Yes, this is the basic Audacity screen. And when we open the Audacity app, it looks like this. This is the blank Audacity screen without any file being opened. So how do we open a file? There are two ways of doing this. The first method is that a file we have recorded or a file that we want to edit, we store it somewhere in the computer, and we know the place where we have stored it. We are comfortable with that place, maybe the desktop, maybe another folder. So we go to that place, open that folder, select that file, right click and say open with Audacity. So I will try and share that screen where I am going to open a file in this method. See, this is my computer explorer, file explorer, and this file called sample file. This is the file I am going to use. So I have already recorded a file, and suppose I have stored it as a sample file. So if I double click it, it will only play but not open in Audacity. So I right click it and say right click and say open with Audacity, the very first option. So all these other options I don't want just now, I want the Audacity option. So I left click on that. I choose Audacity. Right click on the file, open with and Audacity. So now I'm going to share the other screen because I have to flip the screens. I have to interchange sharing the screens. So yes, this is my file called sample file. This is what I have opened. Now I want to edit this file, which we can see on the screen. Now you see there are so many errors, so many mistakes, so many mess ups, and I need to clean the file of all those mess ups. So let's see what we need to do about this. But I'll also tell you how you can open the file in another way. Go to the top left corner and say file, left click on file. Now this is the top drop down menu you see. So open. So top left corner, file and open. When you say open, it will take you to the computer. Yes. So do you see it is taking me to my browser, my computer browser, and I can use the browser to go to my file and open it by clicking on it and saying open at the right bottom corner. It is the same operation done in two methods. One is from the browser into Audacity or from the Audacity into the browser. Now let us go to this screen. There are so many. These are the clicks and claps. You can see the vertical bars. They are the clicks of fingers or claps. Then again, once again here also. Then you see the volume here is all right, but there is some hum there which you can see. Here the volume is very small, but there are some silences there which are clear. So all this depends on how you are going to record, how you have recorded this file. So somebody may be recording directly, somebody from earphones. So accordingly the file structure changes, and we need to clean the file of all these issues to make it perfect for the listener. So let us use the earphones that we have so that we know how the student hears all this. I think there is some issue here because in the workshop, the participants, I don't think were able to listen to this, but you can see anyway. You can see the issues that are there, and even by looking at this, we know what we need to clean the file of. So since I had recorded this, I had recorded it in mono mode. Look here, mono and stereo are the two recording options that we have. So when I record it in mono because the size of a mono file is about half of a stereo file of the same material. So if you record mono files, the student can have many more files on his storage device if it's a mono recording. So what if the original recording is stereo? What if it is already a stereo recording? So you will see two bars, just like you see one track here, you will see another twin track. So what do you do in that case? You first convert it to mono. So let's see here on the menu, tracks. There's a tracks menu. You left click on tracks, and the drop down menu shows mix. So this option gives you another option, mix stereo down to mono. Now this is looking faded because my file is a mono file. When there is a stereo file which has been opened, then that mix stereo down to mono will be dark, and you will be able to click it also, and that will give you a single track instead of two tracks originally. So if the file is stereo to begin with, then you do tracks, mix, and mix stereo down to mono. Try it on your own Audacity with a stereo file and you'll understand what I'm saying. Now we can start to edit this file. Now I want to have a closer view. You know, there are so many hums and so many things. I want to magnify these things. I want to see whether they're just noises or some words which have been said softly. So there is a looking glass here. So see, zoom in is what this one says. So the one with the plus sign takes you closer. See, you can see the whole thing closer. Once more, see, you can see it more magnified. So it's like a magnifying glass to go closer. And all these things need to go. It's just sound. Now we can remove it. We can just cut it away. But in some places, these sounds are there between words, which it's not possible to cut away. So the big sounds like this, we don't want them to be cut. Which sounds do we want to cut? We want to cut only the hums, the troublesome, maybe the fan sound or maybe some whirring in the background. This kind of sound. This is what we want to remove. How do I go about this? We use the mouse, click, and we are clicking where we want to remove this kind of noise. We want a sample of it. So click, hold, and drag it to the right so that we have a sample of the kind of sound we want to remove. Click, left click. The line has been placed here. Hold and drag. So now in that white part, we have a sample of the kind of sound we want to delete. Now I go to the effect menu, this button called effect, left click on that, and there are a lot of options here. We are going to choose noise reduction. Noise reduction is what we want. When you click it, you get a button called noise profile. the lower part seems to be still faded, but get noise profile has been highlighted. That will give the software an idea of what kind of noise you want to reduce. So we are now going to click on get noise profile. We have already selected the kind of sound we want to remove, and it's taken that as a sample. Now, where do I want to remove this kind of noise from? So here, actually, from the whole file, I want to remove this kind of hum from the whole file. So I'll select the whole file. What if I say remove the sound from here only? Then only these sounds will go. The rest of the file will still have those sounds, and I'll have to repeat my actions. So I will double click on this gray part to select the whole track. I double click on the file on the gray part, not like this. I want to double click to select the whole track, and then I go to Effect, the drop down menu, then noise reduction, left click. Again the same box, but this time down there right at the bottom you see the OK button highlighted. So now you want to let it reduce the noise, and see the noise has considerably reduced. So let's see if this noise actually does bother us, or can we leave it as it is, because all noises may not bother us, and there is a limit to how much we can remove without damaging the sound. So these are the three buttons. The green one is the play, the black one is the stop, and the red one is the record. There is some sound there, so we can reduce it by going through the same motion. Effect, noise reduction, get noise profile, then select the whole track with double clicking, effect, noise reduction, and now OK. So you see it will reduce further. So this is negligible noise, absolutely. This is the play button, the green one. So let us try this. There is no sound here. And these aberrations, these little spots of sound, how are we going to take them out? We place the cursor there by clicking, left click and drag it to include some of those specks of noise. Now to delete this, you have edit menu, delete. You can select that, or see, not the whole file, you just select what you want. Drag it back and forth to select just what you want, and on the keyboard we have the delete button, the usual delete button. We can use that. I'm going to use that now, not the screen edit menu. I have deleted it from my keyboard. So you can use either the keyboard button delete or the edit menu delete to remove all these little specks of noise that still remain after noise reduction. So now we need to see whether the file has a beginning and an end. That means the way I have started this file, I have just started reading the matter. I have not given any introduction. I haven't given my name or the Yashovani name or the name of the book or chapter or writer, nothing. I have just started it off. So we need to add those things. So similarly, at the end of the file, let's just go to the end of the file. I am going to zoom out so that I can see the whole file by the magnifying glass with a minus sign in it. That's zoom out. So when you have a very long file, it won't fit in one screen, but you can make it fit for temporarily. You can make it fit by zoom out and then increase it to your convenience by zoom in. So I'm going to go to the end of the file. Yes, and here there is no, I have just been very careless and have not given any ending also. This file ends here, this is the end of the chapter, nothing. So we need to give an ending to the file, saying that the file ends here. It's not nice to just leave the students in a lurch. So we have to add that. Now I will do that later, but let's see. This part is very low in volume compared to the others. That height of the wave is the width actually is very different in the middle part where the volume is very low. Now I think there was some problem sharing the sound during the workshop, but you can see visually also that the sound levels are very different. What is being played just now is not as low as this is a very good volume, but later on there is a portion that's very low in volume. So we need to have a good volume and remove all these clicks and claps. So let's just see what the mistake was and where the claps are. As a reader, the reader, have I overlapped it? How are we going to remove it? So let's just listen to it from a little bit before the claps. This is the play button here, the green triangle, and I'm going to play it. Now during the course of the workshop, it was not heard, but I have corrected it somewhere, so let's just wait for that. But for now, take my word for it that I'm looking for the same place where I have started reading after the claps. So I'm going to magnify this a little bit because it's a little involved here. I'm going to adjust where I am going to cut from, and I want to cut it till here, till where the red spot is now, because that much is the mistake. So from there I drag my cursor to this point. I select all this. This is the unnecessary part. This is the mistake. So I think here in the workshop we have come to a point where somebody had raised a query saying we are not able to hear. So basically I will just repeat what I have said. We need to make out the part, the Audacity clip. In the video I'm just trying to figure out why it can't be heard. Let's see if we can hear it now. No, I think it's still not being heard. So I need to do something. Anyway, in the video here, as you can see in front of you, we've selected a part which is redundant, which there was a mistake in that part, and I have to cut it off so that the part before the white portion and the word after the white portion, they make the whole text. This part in this in the white section, that part is unnecessary. It is superfluous, and we are going to remove it. So again, there are two ways of removing it. One is you select it like this, as it is selected here, and then you use the delete button on your computer keyboard. Or again, you select it like this, and just like you deleted that noise there earlier, we saw that at the beginning of the file. Similarly, we go to the edit menu and choose the delete option. Okay, so let's see if we can hear it now. And now you can hear it. Okay, so now I'm going to okay, so I think I've been able to use this file. Let's listen to this file. So let's listen to this file, which is, let's listen to the whole track now. So I'm sorry about this. My voice was audible, but the file was not audible. Let's listen to this file. Listen to this now. You heard my mistake. I said etc. and then fumbled. So restarted from for example. And see, the volume has fallen. I started started using a speaker, a mic and headphones. My own mic and headphones have this issue. The sounds are clear, but the volume is very little. That is why when I started recording with my mic not open, the volume is very low. So we need to increase the volume here. Maybe at times the recording is very loud. We need to reduce it because it's very troublesome for the listener to have that kind of sound in their ear. So now you know what, you remember what was there in the beginning. There was a hum. There was a very low noise. See, there are noises here in the left, towards the left in the beginning. Very, very tiny sounds. But if you use an earphone, the earphone bud, then they're very bothersome. So we have just selected effect, noise reduction, first get noise profile. All that we have done before is to reduce this kind of noise. Okay, so now you have got a slight idea. The file sound is not very loud, but okay. Okay, so let's go on to trying to remove these clips, claps and clicks. And so by these claps, I have indicated that I went wrong here, that I have corrected myself. So etc. is the word I got wrong, and I have corrected it from the word for example. Let's figure out where for example figures here. See, this is where the word for example, from here to the red dot now. Now you can eventually start making out these mistakes, these words by the similar shapes of the words, but till then just confirm. For example, from here left click and drag it to beyond the clicks and claps and till here. So now I'm going to try and play it, just that part, just that part. Okay, let's listen to this. Play. For example, starting with for example, and the word to the right of my white selected part is for example. So I'm going to remove the mistake, and again, like I said, for deleting, two options: edit, delete. That is one very clear option. Or simply use your delete button on your keyboard. Whichever computer you have, there is a delete button on it. If you use that, I'm trying to do that. Just delete. The whole white section will go and the track will look like new. See? See, now let's play this. So see that all the wrong part and the repeated part is gone. Again, we'll do that here, where again there are claps or taps. See. So now I have to figure out from where I have started it again, where the mistake was. So the mistake was here at the red dot, and I'm going to drag it till there, select that part. Now let's listen and confirm. Then once I know that, see, edit, delete. I'm doing it from the software now. This is about removing, physically removing sounds, whether they are wrong speech or whether they are noises. Now, many times we have habits of speech, like saying and you can see them here. You can see those patterns here. Those patterns by saying it is a little disturbing to the student. If we can, we should remove them. This is my personal method. everybody has their own own way to look at this, but I remove these if I can spot them. As you start editing more and more, or as you know the person you're editing for, or the person, if the reader is you, then you know what your reading habits are. You say, sometimes you say, and then it's very disconnecting for the student. So I would remove all such things, because I would know the patterns. I would know what patterns, what the shape of those or ahs or these kind of sounds. The patterns remain the same. So wherever you see that pattern, you can simply check and delete, but always check and delete. Don't just delete blindly. It could be a very valuable word. So we have removed all the mistakes, and the volume has to be brought at par, and the beginning and end is missing, right? Do you remember that? So see, the volume here is also less, but not as soft as the one in the middle. What I am selecting this part. Now you know how to select it, right? Left click, hold left click and drag to wherever you want to include it, and then leave the left click, right? So this is what you have selected. Now I am going to go to effect, and we had used noise reduction, remember, but now we don't want to reduce noise, we want to amplify, make it louder. Now it's saying 23 because the volume there is very low, but you can figure out slowly, and by doing it over and over again. Let's see what 23 gives us, or maybe 10. Let's see what 10 gives us, 10 times. Let's watch that white part. When I say okay, let's watch that white part. See, do you see it has increased, but not sufficiently. So let me do this again. Effect, amplify, and again it's saying 13. Let me see what 13 gives me. Oh, this is quite loud. So 10 was not enough. Now again another 13. This is okay. So this is undo. That backward arrow is undo. So I undo it and I say amplify, effect, amplify. I want less than 13, but maybe 10. Maybe, yeah, let's try 10. Okay, that's not bad. The left two parts are looking about the same, and let's increase the volume of this part. Select, effect. There were 3 different volumes which I had given, for an exercise purpose. But when there's only one reader reading in a low or high volume, you just need to do all this just once. So here, let me give it, what should I give it? 6 maybe. So it's looking all right. And it's not looking, let's listen to this now first. Let's see. We could still have it a little louder is what I feel. This is a gut feeling. Let me increase it again just to be on the safe side. So double click the file, double click that gray part, select the whole thing, it becomes white, then effect, amplify, and it's saying 3, I can accept it and check what happens. Otherwise we have the undo button. This is not too loud, this is not soft. See, this looks all right. I don't have earphones, but it will be all right, is my guess. Now the beginning and the end, we can't let the file be just without a beginning and end. So I'm just going to tell you how to add the beginning and the end. So what I'm going to do here is the workshop was had nearly drawn to an end, and I hope there are no major doubts in the part that we have discussed, and there is also a Word document available about this, and the video, of course, you can watch again and again and put any queries here that I could answer. You could ask others who have attended a workshop, and the document itself gives all these steps, what I have said here, edit, delete, or effect, noise reduction, all that is there in that document which I'm going to give you. Which it's available now. So that is available, but now I'll just continue continue with telling you. Just let's see. Let's just see how to save this file first. Let's just close after saving. So one doesn't just say save because it gets saved as a project. So we have to go to the file menu on the top left and not use the save feature. Just remember, do not use save. Save project is not what you want to do. You want to export it. Export as MP3. So file, export, export as MP3. File menu, drop down, then you don't need to select the file this time. File, export, export as MP3. You have this dialog box. Then wherever you want to save it in your computer, wherever you want to save the edited file, let me use this same folder, but I'm going to give it a new name because it's an edited file now. Suppose this is the name, class 12 history file 1. Okay, this is my edited file. And it's check that it is an MP3 file and say save. So I say save here, not earlier. Earlier I say export. Now the artist name you can add the reader's name, and this is the partial recording, but I'm just going to complete this. By exporting, you will save the file. By saving the file, you will save the project. So you do not want to save the file, you want to export the file. So about adding the beginning and the end, let's see how we can learn that. But for now, we have learned to edit the file that is already there, remove all the unwanted noises, equalize the volumes, give it a name and save it as an edited file. Thank you.